So hi everyone, this is Jazz again from the Achievement Squad, coming at you with a 100% walkthrough for Keeper. This is roughly a 4-hour completion, and it's a great little entry from Double Fine Studios. There are 12 collectibles that you'll need to find along the way, but don't worry if you miss them. You can go back and chapter select, and there are not many achievements for you to get, but I'm going to show you from start to finish the full game, so spoiler warning in effect from this point onwards. So Keeper lets your dreams come true of being a lighthouse. So if you've ever wanted to be a lighthouse, now's your perfect opportunity. It kicks off on the shore, and all you need to do is just wiggle left and right until the lighthouse falls over. So you do that with your left stick. Now this game consists of a lot of walking. It is kind of like a walking simulator to some extent, but with plenty of puzzles on the way. In this first part, our lighthouse has a habit of falling over because it's only just learned how to walk. So you just need to keep walking into the foreground, and you just got to follow the path and where the little green bird goes. So keep walking towards the camera as best as you can. Now, at a certain point, what's going to happen is the lighthouse is going to suddenly kick in and realize that he can walk properly and doesn't need to keep falling over. So he masters his legs and his balance. So finally, that part is over. And then to this part, you just need to keep walking past all of the big creatures, the scenery, and just keep going all the way till you get to a mountain. So again, this is going to be a little bit more walking, but we're going to come up on our first collectible pretty soon. So make your way through the gateway. As you can see, things are a little bit kind of chaotic, and the mountain appears to be a little bit out of control. So you want to make your way up the hill and keep on following the path until you get to the shimmy section. And as you come up here, you'll see that the ledges start to fall away. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, there is chapter select. In this, the chapters are very short. Well, the majority of them are very quick. So, for example, this is the start of another chapter right now, and we're already about 3 chapters deep without trying. So just keep walking along, and this ledge is eventually going to give way, and then your lighthouse will start to shimmy with its back against the wall. Keep doing this, and eventually it is going to slide down a hill. And after that little slide, we're going to go after our first collectible. So this is in this kind of local little villagey area. You need to make your way to the very background of this place. So don't follow the main path, just walk up until you get to a gap in the rocks. You'll know you're in the right place because you'll be able to get Twig to do an emote for you. Twig is the name of the green bird that is on your head. But yeah, keep walking up through the little gap and you will find this kind of rock just in front of you. Once you see this rock and just stand by it for a moment, you will pop your first achievement for your first collectible in the game. Once you've gotten that, we want to back out of this area. And as you come out of this area, we want to be taking a right. So come on down, take that right, and we're going to go over and enter that blue cave that you see directly in front of you. And we're going to do a spot more walking. Now you'll notice as you're wading through the water and your light is hitting the different plants, they are lighting up and glowing. So your light can activate certain plants or components of the environment. What you need to do is press down on the right trigger and you use your right stick to steer the light and point it to the right place. And then when you shine brightly onto a interactable object, something will happen. So shine your light on these thorns and they're going to retract. That's going to open up the way, and then you want to continue forward through this section. Eventually you'll come up to another gate where you've got all of these vines and you want to shine them out of the way with your light. And this is going to bring you back outside. So as we go through this section, it's going to teach you a little bit about Twig and how to use Twig to progress through the story. So keep making your way to the back and you'll see this little purple pinky tree in the background. And what we're going to use is Twig. So shine your light on there and it's going to cause Twig to fly on over and grab hold of the pink vine. And then Twig, you can, not in this scenario, but you can prompt Twig to pull, lift, or tap or peck at certain things, and it will trigger certain parts to happen. But in this case, it's already part of the cutscene, and it is going to open up the path a little bit more. And once we've done that, we want to go straight through the gap in the trees and wade through the water down at the bottom of the hill. Go straight across to the other side. As you come out, you want to keep going straight forward, and you're eventually going to come across a bridge that is directly in front of you. So we'll also learn how the dash works. So if you press and hold A, you're going to dash. That's also going to crash through fragile objects. But whilst you're here, you want to head down the right side of the slope. And as you come to the bottom of this particular part, you'll see this glowing little plant. Shine your light on it again, and that's going to cause part of the bridge to extend above you. Squeeze to the left of that plant and you're going to find another plant just at the back over here, and you want to do exactly the same thing. Shine your light on the plant, that's going to raise it up, and then we want to make our way back up onto that bridge in front of us. So to do that, come back into the foreground, and then you want to take a left and you'll literally turn all the way around and go back across the bridge that was just at the top here, and you want to enter the skull like thing on the end. Okay, so now that we're inside, we want to keep on moving. Remember to hold A if you need to go a little bit faster, but it only lasts for a short burst. So come down this hill and you're going to see the yellow stone on the wall, and you want to shine your light on it to remove the vines that are in the way ahead of you. So shine that light down and it is going to brighten the place up and the blue vine will disappear. And then we want to make our way in. And as you come further down, you'll see plenty more of these little eyes hanging out of the rocks. And there's going to be another opportunity to shine your light on some thorns. This will open up the pathway. Shine your light on the rock that is in front of you. And again, that is going to cause more changes to the environment. And we want to continue through the tunnel until we have to shine our light on some more things. So keep pushing forward. As you come up to this gap, we want to shine our light on the top left hand stone. That is going to cause a part of the bridge to appear. And then you're going to see to your right there is another switch that we can do. Press X to send over Twig to pull off the purpley gunk. Remember to shine your light on it for Twig to be able to see it. And then you want to point your light at the stone, and that is going to cause that to extend. And if you just wait for a quick moment, there is another stone that you can shine your light on in the middle. You'll need to send Twig over this one to this one as well to turn it back and point it the right way. And as that's done, that will form the bridge, and you will need to cross over to the other side just after the cutscene. Once you've done that, make your way across that bridge, like as I said, and as you come through on the path, there is going to be a right-hand turn, so just keep following the path straight. You're going to hear me say a lot during this game because it feels like it is a lighthouse walking simulator. So as you get to the very end point here, you need to turn left and step up the ledge. This is going to send you outside, and we're going to go after our next collectible. So once you exit the area, you'll want to take a left and stay on the left-hand side, and this is collectible 2 out of 12. I say left-hand side, it's the left-hand side of the lighthouse, it's the right-hand side of our screen. So stay on the right-hand side, squeeze through this gap, and in here at the back you're going to find a like a flower bud on the floor. You'll want to shine your light on that flower bud, and that is going to trigger setup for the next collectible. And that's going to bag you your second achievement of the game. Okay, now that we're done, we want to head on back out. And for this part, we just need to keep following the path until we reach a big skull. So just keep on walking, dash through the twigs as we're going because they'll be in your way, but just literally speed on through this particular section until you get to the skull, and I'll regroup with you. Now that we're here, shine your light up on top of the monster's head and then send Twig over to pull on the branch. Follow that through, and that's going to cause the skull mouth to open up, and then you want to head on inside and then continue again on the path that is directly in front of you. Okay, so we're going to come up on a whimsical little creature, and this is just an example for this moment in time. I don't think this is necessary that you have to do this, but you're seeing these little carrot bird people as you've been going through. You can send Twig over to the branches, and Twig will shake the tree and the fruit will fall off, and the lovely little carrot thing is just going to snack away on it. We need that as a mechanic to help us in a moment with a puzzle just shortly. So we want to make our way down, and we're going to go past these little crab-like fellas until we can't go any further when one's blocking the path. Now to get this chap to move, you need to shine your light in its eyes. That's going to cause it to cover. Press X to send Twig in, and Twig will pull that to the left, and that's going to flip the crab up the right way. And the crab will then move, allowing you to proceed forward. But you're also going to find this little glowy thing on the floor here, which is an eye that is linked to the tree monster that is just coming out of the ground. And we want to place that crystal we've just found into the top of this dude's head. So make your way over and use Twig to do that. And once that has happened, he's going to lift up his roots. I'm going to go to the left first of all. Which order you go doesn't really matter, left or right. It's all the same in the long run. So keep going to the left, and we're going to eventually make our way across this little bit of a farm to up the hill. And as you come up, you're going to see some more of those fruit trees. So send Twig in to shake this first tree on the right hand side. This is going to cause the little carrot man to have the snack, but it's also going to cause a seed to pop out, and it's going to land on the far left hand side. Now you want to make your way to the far left of this little farm section, and you want to shine your light on the twig that is just formed from the seed, just quickly. I get it mixed up with the bell. It's not. You want to shine your light on this particular part. That's going to cause the branch to grow, and lo and behold, we've got another fruit. Send in Twig to shake that down, and once you've done that, you want to shine your send Twig over to the bell so that Twig rings the bell, and that's going to cause another creature to come out and consume more food, and send another seed into the third patch of mud. And same as the last branch in the ground. So once that seed is planted, you want to shine your light on that, and that is going to cause the crystal to come up out of the ground that we need to place into Tree Man's eye socket. So shine your light on it, and that will pop out eventually, and then you'll be able to use the bird to swing on over and grab it. Now make your way back the way you came, so retrace your steps, and we're going to go back to the tree dude. And this is not mandatory right now, but you can press X and you can send Little Bird up to install his other eye. And then we're going to go get the last eye from the right hand side. So keep making your way to the right, and we've got a bit of a puzzle to solve again. And as you come up to this puzzle, what we want to do is make our way to the far left hand side onto the outcrop. And you want to shine your light on the Rocky Man on the wood. That's going to cause him to break the wood and knock down the jewel from the top. Make your way to the right hand side of this area, and there's another little outcrop. And what we need to do is shine the light as that steps onto the bridge and causes it to smash, get him to smash it. It has to be on the bridge. He's going to slide down onto the ice with his bros. And then you're going to make your way across to the middle and shine your light on the chaps in the center of the ice, and that will smash and cause the eye to become free. You can then send in Twig to grab the eye. Once you've done that, return back to Tree Man and install his third eye. Once he's up, make your way beneath his crotch, and we're going to go down into the cave underneath him. And we're going to go after collectible number 3. So as you come into this area, it's going to be right at the back of the cave. We will find what we're looking for. So as we come into this one, we want to just keep walking forward for quite some period of time. And as you land into this room, we want to make our way around the left-hand side. We're going to shine our light on the walls to get rid of the walls, and it's going to open up new pathways. So you'll see this one is blocked, but when you shine your light on, the door opens. The second one on the left-hand side as you come in is the actual right one, and we can walk through this particular path. But it's a new mechanic, so we're going to have to use that a couple of times as we're going through the game. Quite a few of the collectibles are hidden behind these doors. So now we're going to go on to collectible 3 anyway. We want to keep making way forward, ignoring the door on the left hand side, but we want to shine our light on the plant just here. That is going to cause it to open the area up and we can proceed on. We want to go up to the hill, and at the back of the hill we are going to find another light plant thing you can shine your light on, and it's going to build another statue for us, bagging you your third achievement of the game. Okay, now that we've got that, we want to backtrack. So we want to go back to the door we just walked past earlier. So take a few steps back and walk down the hill. As you come down the hill, we're going to shine our light on the door to trigger it to open. So that is the door that is on the left hand side. Once that's open, we just want to keep on walking again. So eventually you're going to come across this cranking looking door. So we're going to go find the cranks to open this one up. This puzzle can be a little bit awkward at times, but so we want to just make our way through to the door to the right of the door. And as you come on through the path, eventually we're going to have the option of going left or right. So, but we want to go left and just bust through the strings. And as you come through this area, you're going to see a handle that Twig can interact with. Have him bring it to the end, or her, I'm not sure to be honest, and that will release the handle and we can take that back to the door in a moment. Once you've got that, we want to backtrack to the main path. We don't want to go for the door, but we want to, so back to the door, we want to go through the route on the right hand side. It's going to force us through a few more strings and through a bug filled area. Squeeze through the tiny gap, and as you come into this area, there's a bit of dodgy camera work as you come in, but the door on the left hand side as we walk past, it's one I actually missed, it's just to the left. Shine your light on that one and that is going to open up. You can send Twig in to grab the handle off of the wall and bring that all the way around the disc to get it released. Once we've done that, we want to backtrack the way we came in to go back to the door. Now this puzzle is a little bit fiddly, but what we need to do is use Twig to place the handles on the door. And there are specific lines on the pictures that we need to align up with the eye in the center. So once the handle is in, you need to take the yellow painted pointy part of the dial that you're turning and point it at the eye in the middle. You know when you've got it in the right place because the eye will start blinking like crazy. You can press then the left and the right trigger to move Twig to a different handle and have him her spin that to the right point and then point it towards the eye. And we also need to apply the third handle, so press B to exit out and get the third handle. Yeah, and the same again as we want to place that handle into the door. So once Twig sees that it's available, they will grab the pole, stick it in, twist it and point the yellow shiny point of the dial to the center, and that will cause the eye to blink. I had to do a bit of fine tuning here, so I'm going to cut that out, but once you've got all three yellow lines pointing towards the middle, the door will unlock. So make your way in for some chaos to unfold. Now you'll notice that our light has given up on us for a moment in time, and we can't actually dash at the minute, we can only hobble. So this is the graveyard area where apparently lots of building creatures come to die. But keep making your way to the right, and we're just going to keep pushing through things at this moment in time. So as we come up to here, we're going to have our new game mechanic introduced to us. So you'll see these lights on top of other creatures that are similar to you. These lights, we can actually control them a little bit, not very much, but we can use them to ward off anything that is kind of blocking the path. So you'll be able to control this, focus on the thorns to get rid of it, and then we want to keep making our way to the right, using these lamps to clear the obstacles along the way. So here we need to use the lamp to clear the bugs out of the path so that Keeper can go through. And we want to keep going to the right for even more of the same style of puzzle. This light will get surrounded by bugs. We want to hold down the right trigger and that is going to scare them off eventually. And then again, like we did earlier, we want to shuffle the bugs out of the way with the light. And as we come up on the next section, we want to use the light to clear the vine that is directly in front of us. So point the light at the vine, it's going to retract, and then you can go through. Again, at the next part, we just need to clean out the bugs, shine the light down on them, and clear the path. And then we keep making our way to the end. And now for this section, just go up. And then if you get stuck, you'll see the opportunity to shine your light on the wall to make another step appear. So repeat, rinse and repeat as you're going up. If there's a hole, shine your light on the lamp nearby to close it, but keep going till you get to the top of the tower. Now that you're out, you want to come into the foreground, so come towards yourself. You can start charging and using your light again now that Twig is back. So make your way towards your screen and then stay on the right. Shine your light to the plant at the top and then cross over the bridge. Then follow that path until you get pulsed by a big light. Now you'll want to continue on to that door down in the distance, so keep walking. There'll be a small cutscene here and there in the middle, but just keep on walking till you get to the door. So we're gonna get this door open. To do that, we're gonna start with the switch on the right. Shine your light on it, and it's gonna clear the way. And you'll see there's a lever. So keep your light shined on that to keep the vines off of the bird. But then we want to use Twig to spin the handle until it can't turn any further. Then use the lever in the top left hand corner with Twig to spin that around, and that's going to open up the gate even further. As you can see, I have a great time trying to spin this handle. Then the last switch is behind the vines on the right. You need to keep your light on it to keep Twig safe, but send Twig over again to turn the handle, keeping the light on the vines to keep them retracted. Once that's open, you want to make your way through the door, and you want to keep going on till you get a bit of a cutscene. So now we're going to get faced with a new mechanic. So wherever we shine our light on these different stones, it's going to change the environment. So have the twig open up the door on the right hand side. We're going to go after the moon path, and we're going to look for the moon medal. So make your way in here, and you're going to see a moonstone on the right hand side. Shine your light on that, and that is going to kill Twig. Twig will become a ghost, and that means Twig can fly through obstacles that are directly in front of you. Send Twig through the door, and then you want to shine your light on the sun on the left hand side. So as Twig is invisible, they cannot handle any handles. So shine the light on the left hand side, and then you want Twig to unwind the door, and then you want to make your way through. Shine your light on the door, and then you want to go in on for the puzzle. So for the first part of this puzzle, shine your light on the moonstone, and then we're going to send Twig through the grate on the right hand side so that they can perch up on this one. Now, as they're dead, they have no weight whatsoever, so shine your light back on the sun to bring Twig back to life, and that will cause Twig to weigh down the lever opening the door in front of you. So go through the door and ask Twig to rejoin you, and we want to keep making our way around to the next part of the puzzle. So this part can be a little bit tricky. We want to shine our light on the purple stone and make Twig into a ghost. Send Twig across to the other side. Shine your light on the sunstone to make Twig solid again. That's going to cause him to weigh down the switch. Shine your light back on the moonstone, and then you need to immediately run to the other side, go through the door, and then ask Twig to rejoin you. As you come into this section, we want to shine the light on the sunstone that is just in front of us. It's going to bring Twig back to life. Send Twig to the middle and have Twig rotate the platform until the stone is in front of the keeper. Once you're on that middle pedestal, you want to send Twig back onto the lever and have him rotate the lever until the stone is in front of the door that's directly in front of us. Once that's done, we'll be able to scan the moonstone in the background. That's going to turn Twig into a ghost. Send Twig through the gate that's directly in front of you, and then convert the back to daytime, and that's going to cause Twig to weigh down the weight required to open the door. You want to make your way in, and then we're going to grab our first medal. So we want to make our way into this room where you see the flying bugs in the foreground, and that is going to get us to pick the first medal off of the door. So make your way in and grab yourself your first medal. Once you've done that, shine your light on the door. That is going to open it up, and then you're going to be back outside the temple-esque thing where we first came into this area. Okay, now we've done that. We want to make our way back into this area. So head back to the time machine guy in the center of the town. Then on the left hand side, we want to shine our light on the sunset. And that's going to cause some things to change. And then we want to shine our light on the sun on the other side. The other side of the main statue, that is. So shine your light on that. And make your way up the road, and we're going to follow the pathway up to the door. Use twig to turn the handle, so send twig on over and open up both of the doors that are directly in front of you. Continue through both of those doors, taking a right and crossing the bridge. And then you're going to make your way over to the Sun Temple, shine your light on the door to open it all up. Once it's open, make your way in. And as you come in, we're going to start puzzle solving again. This time we want to shine our light onto the vines to get them out the way. Then use twig to remove the handle from the door. So keep your light shined on the vines that are going to cause you grief. But eventually twig should pull the the handle away from the door. Make your way in through the door. Then we want to come to the foreground and take a right. As you come into this area, there is more tomfoolery with handles. So send twig on, and we just need to move the cog to the center cog. So bring it into the gold piece. Then have twig go to the top and rotate it. Now the cogs can get in the way of the other cogs, so if you have to move it down, just push it to the middle. I have a little bit of difficulty here, but once you've done that, you can then move the cog to the right hand side at the bottom. Crack on open and make your way in. This next puzzle is a little bit fiddly, but not too bad. So it does require some kind of movement. So if you shine your light on the doorways on the left and right hand side, you can see the pictures of the sun, and then on the right hand side you see it's a picture of the moon. We've got to get the sunset to the left hand side, the moon to the right hand side, and the sun to the middle. So move the sunset out and then to the right, bring the moon all the way up and then push it down into the centerpiece. Okay, now that's done, we want to move the sunset down to the left hand side, and then I'd recommend grabbing the sun and bringing that up and over the moon. So bring the sun over the top of the moon and then Make sure you leave enough room. I think I kind of make a bit of a mistake here, but move the sun to the left and then pull the moon up and down to the right, and then place the sun into the middle. And now for this part, just follow the corridor until you reach a medallion room again. Grab the medallion off of the wall and then exit the temple thing. Okay, now that is over, we're going to make our way onto our next temple, which is the Sunset Temple. So to get to this one, we need to backtrack across the bridge with the painter. As you come into the section, you're going to see a sunset on your left. Shine your torch on it, and that is going to open up the Sunset Temple for you. So you're going to make your way back through the double doors that you were trying to go through earlier, and then you'll be able to cross to the other side to get into the Sunset Temple. So come up these two, and then on the right hand side you'll find the bridge as you come up, and you want to make your way on in like you have done with the other temples. Follow this path for some way until you eventually get to the end. Right, and then we have to shine a light on the sun statue in here. And then on the left hand side you're going to see a weight. Send the bird on over, and then you want to change that to the sun, and it's going to turn him back into an egg, and that's going to act as a weight for the door. Continue through, you want to shine your light again onto the sunstone, and then you want to call back your bird, so press B to return. Continue through the room, and as you come into the section we want to shine a light onto the sunset stone, and in here I get lost a little bit, but the thing we need to do is to shine a light on our doorway above the stone. Okay, and then we want to send up our bird onto the stone, so they need to be alive and not asleep. Once they're on the stone, convert it back to sunset, and it's going to weigh down the weight, and that's going to raise it up on the inside. We then want to go back to being sunlight, and then we want to send our bird up onto the lever or the pressure pad in the other doorway. Once it's done, squeeze through the gap, and we can then use the sunstone if we need to. And we want to continue on this path. Now as we're in here, we're going to want to send our bird on over to the cog, shine our light on the sunset stone that is going to cause the egg to become part of the cog. Shine your light on the wheel on the right hand side, and that is going to free everything up, and that mechanism will open the door. Continue on as always. And as you come in here, you want to hit the sunstone to bring the bird back. You want to continue on this path until you get to the medal room, and you want to grab the medal off of the wall. Once you've done all that, we want to make our way back to the center of the town. So exit out like you have done with every other temple, and I will speak to you back in the town center at the bottom by the metallic statue. So as we make our way back into town, we're going to be by that statue again, and we need to make sure that it is actually daylight where the creature is busted. So it's going to put us into present time. Then we want to use Twig to place the medals. And have Twig turn the handle, and that is going to cause the cog to move out from underneath the statue. Once it's done, place the keeper on the statue and rotate it until the cutscene kicks in. Okay, so now that the party has started, it's time to leave, and we're going to follow the main path that has just opened up, which is at the top of the hill by all the confetti going everywhere. So make your way up the hill that is directly in front of you. So scoot on through, and this part is just pretty much a straight line walking section, but I'm going to regroup when you're coming in on the next collectible. So as we're now coming up on our collectible number 4, as we're watching all these little creatures bounce in and out of holes as we're walking, and as you get to this point where you have to go underneath an archway, and then continue around and up. And as you come underneath this door, on our left hand side is, well, the left hand side of the lighthouse is going to be a door that can be opened. So as you come through, you'll see the door on the left hand side. Shine your light on the ridge and make your way in for collectible 4 out of 12. Okay, so we are going to go grab our next collectible. So it's only just a few minutes away, so we want to exit out of this area. And as we come out, we want to take a left or go to the right as we are, and then continue along the path until we can start making our way back inside the mountain. Now there's a small pit stop here. You want to send Twig up to the nest. That's going to trigger a small cutscene, and then we continue on afterwards. As you come up onto this last little part, there's going to be a gap. Shine your light on the torch on the plant between the branches, and then make your way across the other side and into the cave. So for this next section, we want to just push on through. So keep on moving forward and watching out for the thorns and stuff as we go. So shine your torch on them to get rid of them. And then just keep making your way through this cave-like area. Once you reach the blockade, shine your light on the moonstone. That's going to change the time, and we'll be able to duck on through the gap just here. continue on out and continue following the path. And as we come into here, we are going to be grabbing collectible number 5. So as you continue forward, we want to take a left here. Don't follow the main path through the stringy stuff. Take a left, and inside you're going to find collectible number 5. So shine your torch on the bulb and collect it. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to keep on moving. So bring yourself out. We want to push through the vines on the right hand side of where we went in. Shine your light on the sunset statue to get rid of the junk in front of you. Once that pathway is clear, we want to continue out onto a bridge. So push on through. Now at this point we want to pause and shine your light on the sun that is down on the bottom right hand side of the screen. That will convert it, giving us some more places to walk. Continue up the hill. Send Twig on over and have Twig remove the handle from the wheel. We want to backtrack down the hill with our newly found handle. Send on Twig in to do that, and then we want to turn the handle, and that is going to bring the bridge up. Up the path, and as you reach this point here, after the bridge is up, shine your torch on the sunset, and that is going to clear the path. And as you continue in, as you come in, shine your lights on the little things and get them to sink into the ground. As you walk forward, and then on the right hand side you'll see the sun. Shine your light on the sun. Right. And then we want to have Beb turn the handle and open the door. Okay, so the next puzzle is a bit of a pain. It's about lining up the lights to the circles in front of them. So the blue statue will, by default, be selected to what is blue and the green. So if you rotate, you'll see here the blue and the green statue turns. So what we need to do is, and the way I handled this was to get the blue light pointing towards your character. And it's also then lined up with the red one. And then we want to switch to shine our light onto the green. And that's going to be enabling us to do the same. So we'll be able to then rotate the green character on the right hand side. Have him point his light towards us. And then we're going to do the same for the red. But they should all turn at the same time now. So essentially just keep going until you make sure the lights are lined up on the mirrors in the back, and that will open the way forward. This is a bit of a finicky puzzle, but you'll get there eventually. Once that's done, we want to make our way outside, and we're going to be acquiring a new skill, and that is the ability to float with style. So follow the main path on for a little while. Now that you're covered in candy floss, you're just that little bit lighter. So holding A will make your character jump, and then, pressing A will make them jump. Holding A will cause Twig to flap their wings, hopefully keeping them a little bit more afloat. So continue forward, and then you want to stay on the left-hand side to follow the main path, and just keep pushing until you get to a bit more of an open area. Here we are going to do some manipulation of floating ledges. So we want to jump on up, and the ledges here are kept afloat by more of the stuff that is around you. If you shine your light on the purple stuff in the roots, it is going to cause it to pop, and then that ledge will kind of sink down a little bit, making it more accessible. You then want to glide across, and then you want to keep going across to the next ledge and do the same again. Burn all the pinky stuff off, and then we want to jump on up to that ledge. Then continue your flight across to the other side and use the jet stream to go upwards. Okay, so our next collectible is nearby, and to get this one we want to make our way to the right at the start of this, and you're going to see this little yellow plant on the floor. Shine your light on it to cause them to grow, and that is going to feed the monster that is in the nasal cavity in the wall, and it will give you the option to float up. So when he's done eating, make them float up in that pink stuff. Don't touch this side yet, so jump past the waterfall, and then you want to use the crank on the wall That is going to close the panel on the left hand side. Jump back over, and then you want to move the lever from the top to the bottom left hand corner. Once that's done, you want to jump inside the waterfall to find collectible number 6 out of 12, bagging yourself another achievement. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're on for a bit of platforming fun. So make your way out of the waterfall and just drop on down. So as we come into this bit, the camera can be a bit tricky from time to time. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. But make your way over to the pink geyser near the kind of right hand side. That's going to launch us up. As we come on up, we want to fly it into the foreground a little bit and land on one of these ledges. You'll want to destroy the pink puff things hanging on the ledge on the left hand side. That will bring it down. You want to make your way to the left. Don't copy what I do here. I didn't do a very good job of it. Make your way to the left hand side and there is a lever in the distance. We want Twig to crank it. So have Twig crank the lever. Now we want to go higher. Unfortunately, we have a bit of a mishap here, but as you drop down, you can also shine your light on the puff things just to the right hand side to get rid of them, but jump back up if you've fallen down like I do. Apologies about that, it's a bit awkward, eh? But as you're up, you want to make your way onto the pink ledge that is in the top right by this metal tower, and then you want to jump up onto the top of that metal tower. Once you've done that, you want to fly it on over to the ledge on the left hand side and follow it around, and you're going to find a lever thing that is covered up in the pink stuff. So shine your light on the pink stuff and then send your bird in to sit on top of it. Okay, and now that that's done, these ledges will rise up. We want to jump across them. So jump from this concrete ledge to the metal ledges and keep going to the other side. And we just want to keep on pushing forward at this point in time. Once you're over, you want to make your way to the right and you want to dock in your tool, your lighthouse. Spin the wheel and that's going to cause the waterfall below to part ways, and once you've done that, you want to fly on down to that waterfall and into the hole that is just there. If you don't make the jump, just to the right of that there is a creature that will eat the plants if you shine your light on it, and it will create a updraft to bring you up to this hole. Once you're in, you want to follow the pathway for as much as you can. As you come in, we are going to be doing a bit more platforming. So jump up, shine your light on the little pebble things floating that ledge over there. So jump from one to the other and you're going to see the updraft just on the other side. use that updraft to push you up, of course. And once you're at the top, we're going to be in a bigger puzzle area. Okay, so once we're in the area, we're going to have to tackle it in chunks. So we want to make our way to the waterfall on the right hand side. We want to hop up these ledges and we want to shine our light on the corn puffs above us. That's going to cause the ledge to fall down, and then we can use the nearby boost to jump on up. Then use the next boost to do the same thing, but then glide on over to the ledge on the other side. Now as you come in, on the left you'll see that there is some stuff that needs to be burnt off of a lever, and then you need to bring the lever from the top to the bottom using twig. Once Twig is back with you, we're going to drop on down and we're going to do the same thing again, but for a different side. Well, not exactly the same thing, but pull a lever on the other side. And you want to use these little streams to boost you up. So land on one of the ledges, get a boost from one of the streams, and then you want to fly across to the other side. Keep on hopping up, and when you get to the top, there is a part again with a lever that you need to move the red handle from the top to the bottom. So now that that's done, we will make our way through the hole, and we are now another part of the puzzle that is also, again, in a slightly big area. This time we're going to make our way to the right hand side of that waterfall that is in front of us. Come up onto this bit, you want to clear the thorns that are by this cog out of the way. So shine your light on them to get rid of them. And then we're going to use the booster geyser behind us to fly on up another level. So once that's all clear, backtrack just a few steps. Use the booster, that's going to launch you up quite nice and high. And then you want to scan the stuff that is on this side. And then once you're up, you want to shine your light on the thorns to get rid of them. And use the burb to rotate the handle. That's going to open up the doorway. And again, just fly on in and continue forward. After you've had the chance to float on up, you're going to be in a new place where there is a bit more puzzling to do. So make your way outside, and we want to clear all of the gunk off of the lever, and then have Twig move the lever from the top to the bottom, and that's going to help with lowering that ledge just there. So unfortunately, due to a bug at this point in time, I will be cutting my game short as the lighthouse got stuck in the floor. Okay, so once you've done that, you pop the pink stuff off of that ledge. I hope you don't have the same bug as me, but pop the pink stuff off the ledge, it's going to come down. And we're going to use the jet stream that's on it to fly to the mouth of the cave ahead. So get it down, jump on over, and fly into the mouth cave of the mouth. Okay, as we come into this part, we want to feed the little creatures in this area, so shine your light on the floor. That's going to cause some yellow stuff in, and they're going to unlock another jet stream. So hop on in, float on up. This is a point in time of the game where we have some more walking to be done. So now that we're up, we just keep following the path. As we come up here on the right hand side, you'll be able to shine your light across the way, and that's going to cause the vines to come up and lift the ledge up. Then as you move forward and as you go up the stairs, you'll see all these bugs just floating around, but again, just keep following the main path. Through this bit, and you're going to need to keep shining your light on the vines that block the way, but at this point in time it's just a very straight linear path until the next cutscene. So keep shining your lights and moving forward. And also at this next section, you need to shine your light onto the eye that is in the wall to set up a wind block to stop it from blowing you over. But again, just keep moving up the hill. As you come up on the rounded pathway part, you want to jump up to the right hand side because there's a light you need to shine. Sorry, there's a plant that needs your light. So as you come into this area, shine your light onto the plant, and that is going to open up the bridge outside. Backtrack and go around the bridge. The path now is just completely straightforward, so just walk until the end and there will be a short cutscene, and I'll regroup with you later when you're back in control. Okay, so we're now back in control, and we just need to follow the on-screen prompts to get things back in motion again, and you will discover that you are no longer a lighthouse, you are now a boat. So flop about until you can get into the water. Okay, so now you're living the boat lifestyle and no longer a lighthouse, and you're truly following your dreams of being a boat. You want to keep making your way to the back and use the jumps to move forward. So just slide on over the jumps, and we're going to just take a couple of these until we get to the next point. So keep following the path, keep using the jumps. As you come in, we are in a big old cave again, and this is a bit of a maze, this area, to be honest with you, and we need to go through this cave so we can smash through the branches on the left. I made a bit of a mistake here and got excited and confused with the controls because I've always wanted to be a boat. Shining your light will also activate these green things, which is like a laser pointer style system. You don't actually need to go into this bit. You want to head into the part that is at the top, and then you want to keep following the path around and shining your light on these yellow zip things, and they're going to explode or trigger something. But once you shine your light on them, they will react to it. Keep following the path, you're going to find more yellow spots. and continue forward into this section. And then come back towards us and then left through the gap. You're going to shine your light on some of the laser creatures to point to the yellow blob behind. Swim past the rocks. Take a left at the rocks. You're going to then see a bulb on the wall. You can shine your light on all three of these bulbs. Once that's done, we want to make our way to the right, and you're going to see another bulb on the wall. Shine your light on it. Okay, then go to the left, and you're going to find more bulbs. There are two bulbs in this room. So the one over at the front is really obvious, to shine your light on it. And then make your way to the right hand side of the screen, and again this is also fairly obvious, to shine your light on it. Once you've done that, exit out and go back to the creatures. Okay, and as you're coming into this area, we have more stones, things to pop. So shine your light on this, and that is going to cause this one to go. And then I have a bit of tactical editing because I kind of messed this up. Okay, and once you've got that scanned, or got the light shined on it, you can make your way to the back. You're going to find another zit just on the back wall. Shine your light on it, it's going to cause the rocks to slip just above the doorway. And that's going to bring the little green lasers down, and it's going to shine their lasers onto the yellow blobs, causing the door to unlock. Go through the right hand tunnel, and then keep following this tunnel for as long as you can. So this next section is pretty much just following the sea or the river that's in front of you until you get to a good spot. So just keep following this path, keep moving forward, and eventually you will start to make your way to bigger areas. Once you have the birds, you'll realize that this next section is just a really big cutscene where you're swimming along with the fishes. So swim along, and I will speak with you in a moment. Okay, now that's done, we're going to make our way on in, and we are well past the halfway mark of this video now. So keep following the pathway forward, and we're going to keep going until we see the opportunity to dock and actually pick up a barnacle-like creature. So keep moving your way forward. You'll see the opportunity to dock just here. So dock up with this chap, and he's going to hop on board. Go past him, and you're going to have a little cutscene where they try to open a gate. You can then send on over the bird to grab the ledge. You can put it up a little bit, but he won't get too far. He's going to call in, they are going to call in their child. Both of them will then be able to lift it up. You need to push up on your left and your right stick at the same time. And in doing so, that's going to clear the way. Now we are on to our next collectible. So keep making your way in, staying on the right hand side of this bit in particular. There's a little brief cutscene just here. But as you make your way to the right, we are looking for another cave. So head to the right, hug the right wall as you're going around. Then you make your way into this little section just here. So bash through the barrier and shine your light on the torch. And this is collectible number 7 out of 12. 5 more to go. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to go find our next barnacle. These guys are key to progressing forward, so swim on out at this particular bit, and we're looking for a tree that is covered in the yellow spots that we've been zapping off. So that is just outside of this area. You'll find this tree, it's got yellow spots covered all over it, and you just need to shine your light on the spots and clean them all up. Once you've done that, you'll be able to dock and save a barnacle that's on there. So once you've done that, similar to before, you'll need to dock up your boat. Once you've docked it, the barnacle is going to hop on board, and we're going to go find our next barnacle. So to do that, we are going to head towards what looks like a diving suit. It's not quite a diving suit, but it's just over in the distance just here. And as you come up to it, you're going to see this little gap you want to enter. And then in here, you're going to see another barnacle on top of this roof, but it's getting bullied by whatever those things are. Shine your light on the sea and enemies, and that's going to cause those guys to get distracted, and they're going to leave the barnacle alone. The barnacle will get down, you can dock, and the barnacle will hop on the boat with you. Okay, so we need one more barnacle to complete our collection, so we're going to make our way back in, and you'll look for a skull in the mountain. You want to start making your way towards that. Just to the left of that skull, you're going to see an island just here where you can dock up, and there is another barnacle there. No puzzles with this one. Once they are on, we're going to go away and find the barnacle bro boss. He is on the biggest of the pink islands with these little creatures floating around at the top. Make your way over to his island. You'll see him stood on top of a pedestal, and you want to dock up just there, and the barnacles are going to leave your ship, and then that's going to cause us to unlock a orb which we can use to progress forward. So park up, they're going to get out. So that's done. One of the little balloon creatures is going to drop off an orb on the right hand pillar. You can see it at the back just there. So we want to make our way around the island. Then we're going to send on our Twiggy up to go get the lamp down. And once that's done, we're going to plug it into the nearby scarecrow to move forward. So swim on over, then it's going to bring a creature out of the ground, and we're going to go over to that big creature thing. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to make our way over to the left where the big guy is, and we're going to use his beam, same way as we do in the graveyard, and he's going to shine it on the blue wires in front of you to clear the path. Okay, so now that we're back on this side, we've more parts of diving suits, or at least I think they're diving suits, to find. So as we're coming into this section, we want to make our way in. It's going to be a little cutscene, but we want to make our way over where we see that smokestack coming from. And there is a diver parked at the bottom where we can press their eyepiece back in. Okay, once that is done, we'll see some more of those folks rising up out of the water. We're going to start making our way towards that skull again, but we're going to take a bit of a detour, and we are going to go and grab something called a drifter. So as we're working our way through this area, you're going to see this right area by a cave where we can make our way down and go in, and we need to get a drifter to fall off of a crab's head. So as we come into this section, you'll want to have Twig grab hold of the hook, and that is going to move it to left and right, so you want to move it to the right. Then we're going to bring it back above the crab's head. And once it's above the crab's head, we want to shine our light onto the bucket, causing it to fall down and knock off the drifter. And the hunt for more drifters continues. So we want to exit out of this cave. We're going to take a right and stay on the right. And we're going to come up to the big beam of light. We want it to point at the door, and then shine your own light at that door, and it's going to cause it to open. Okay, and as we come into this area, as we swim on through, we want to stay on the right hand side and follow that path in particular. So as we come through this section, you want to make your way to the back and shine a light on one of the yellow zits that's going to clear the pathway. And then we're going to find our next diver's orb just on the thing in front of you. So send the bird over to grab it. Now that we have the diver's eye, we want to make our way out of here, and we're going to stay in the same cave, and we're going to go after another drifter. So make your way through all of the sloppy sewage, keep following it around, and then as we come around, we want to go across the screen, not towards the screen. We're going to come into this section where we need to shine our light on a few things. So shine your light on the wall ahead of you, and there is a yellow zit in there to scan. There's a second one just to the right of that, and then we need to use twig to pull down the branch and expose the third one. Once you've done that, you will be able to bag yourself a drifter, and then we're going to go after our next collectible, which is very close by. So once the drifter joins you, you want to make your way into the foreground. Well, we'll go to the left hand side. You're going to see a wall just here. Shine your light on that wall and it will give way. Make your way in, and on the left hand side is your next collectible. So make your way over, scan the flower, and that is going to bag you another achievement. This is 8 out of 12. Now that we have that, we can use the little ramp nearby to exit the cave, and we're going to find some more drifters. So as we come out of that cave, we want to make our way back towards the diving suits, and we're going to dispense the one eye that we have, just so that it's not taking up room on the boat. So make your way over, find the diving suit of choice, and then insert the eye. It's going to trigger another big guy to spawn in at the back, and we will need to go to the right. So you'll see an archway just on the right hand side. That's one of the things that we're going to target. As you get closer, you need to press X for Twig to interact with this one. And then use the bird emotes to see if it gets his attention. But he will eventually just run away for some reason. So you want to chase after him. He's going to go straight forward, and he's going to go straight into a gap ahead, which is where the fourth drifter is also there. So make your way forward. You want to shine your light on them, make sure that they know you're there, and then you want to clean the purple stuff that is out of the way. So shine down on those, and it will clear the path. Once that path has been cut, the drifters are going to lift up the spine that is in front of you, and what you want to do is then ride the spine up to the top, and we can grab the third and final glass for the divers in this area. So make your way to the top. So once you're up and you follow the waterfall all the way up, you want to go to the right and you want to grab that stone. So send one of the birds over, pick it up. Then we're going to use that jump to jump back to the main water, and we're going to find the third and final diving suit to install the eye. So it's on the right hand side of the map, just where you see the steam rising, just in that location. Once you've done that, you want to enter the big thing and ride the ride. Okay, so once we're in, we'll start making our way to the back, and we're going to go to the left. We don't go through the hole on the right. The one on the right has nothing in it. But make your way to the left, and then you'll be able to squeeze through the gap just here. I say squeeze, but it's not actually much of a squeeze. Continue on the path for a little way. And once you get into the next segment, I believe this part is actually optional and you can quit it, and you will always lose here, so don't try to win. But the first part, you just need to follow the path until you reach the end. Shining your light on the enemies will cause them to run away, but the reality is they're always going to get you anyway, so accept your fate. So follow the path to the end. So once that little scene is over, you're back in control and you're still on your way to the mountain. We want to start making our way forward and following the path, lighting up any vines in the way. So when you light all the vines up and you destroy enough of them, the whole patch will disappear. But shining a light is just sufficient for moving through. So shine a light on them, continue on and go down the waterfall. Okay, so we're now in the area where there's a, I believe it's the Nucleus, as it's called. But as you come up onto this big thing with the pink topper sitting out, we need to follow the path around. And we're going to need to get to that eventually. So smash on through where you get stuck. And as you come through here, you want to stay on the right hand side and you're going to see this creature that is trapped. You want to shine your light on it just to clear the area and set it free. Once that guy is out of the way, we will squeeze under the gap that he's just gone and created. And this is going to take us through into the next section. So as you come down, rise on up, and we're going to be in our next area. So to do this, we're going to need to get rid of some of the vines that are in the way. So as you're coming through, we are going to swim on up to one of these vines, and we need to shine our lights on these vines, right? So to find their weak points. So shine your light on, first of all, on the little zit thing that is going to cause a big weak spot to be exposed. Shine your light on it, and that is going to open it up from there. Make your way around to the next section. We're going to clear out all of the gunk using our light, and at the back there is another little lantern hanging down, so we want to send on over Twig, and Twig's going to crank that up, and then once Twig is done, it's going to show off a second lever, and Twig's son is going to then need to come in and rotate the second handle that comes out. And then the boat will need to shine its light on the leftmost weak spot of the vine. Now that's done, we want to swim on through, and as we come through this section, staying on the left, we are going to see this pipe that comes out, and we're going to need to find the lantern piece that we need for this giant suit so that we can hit its weak spots. So follow the pipe, we want to follow it towards the forescreen, and as you come in through, you'll see the light is just there. Shine your light on the vines, it will move it over to the other machine. And once the other machine is online, you want to make your way over and you want to shine your light on it to expose the weak points on the vine. Okay, so once that is crumbled down, we want to push on through, use the ramp to jump over, but there's another chunk of the vine out of the way. Keep on moving straight forward, you're going to see the purple vines that you can take out with your light. And as we go in, we are going to start going after our next collectible soon, which will be number 9 out of 12. So from this new barnacle thing that is up in the air, we want to make our way down to the left-hand side where we see all the purple vines. If you clear those out, you'll see that there's a drifter on the inside that we want to rescue. So it's now going to trigger the ball to move through the pipe. In the odd place, we're going to have to give this one a bit of a nudge of encouragement to keep it moving. So stay with the pipe, and you're going to see that there's a few opportunities to break some branches that are in the way, or shine some light to kind of clear a blockage. So dash through and break the blockage if it happens. And then as it comes through, it's going to run itself into a bit of trouble. But shine your light on it and get rid of all of the purple weeds, and that will allow the ball to continue. That's then going to dock up, and you'll need to be able to clear from your vine the yellow chunks. And then that is going to result in the big creature destroying the vine for you. Now we can grab hold of our next collectible, number 9 out of 12. So swim straight forward into this area, and you want to keep following it to the back. And we want to make sure all of these waterfalls are on the right hand side. But as you're coming through to this end piece here, you can actually sneak in through the waterfall to the back of the room, and you're going to find that collectible just in there. Okay, so what next? You want to zip on out, and we're going to make our way through the waterfall into the black cave just here. And as you come in, we're going to have to do some cleaning up of the zitty bits. So make your way in, and you're going to see the laser beam up on the top, but we want to shine our light on the vine in the foreground. Send twig over to turn the lever. And we want to do is line up the green grape into the laser beam, and that is going to burn that branch into the eye. And now that you've done that, we want to grab what was ever in that weird mulchy looking thing. Looks like a bobbit worm, but I'm not sure. Clear out the vines, shine your light on the bobbit worm creature thingy, and that is going to expose the ball. That is going to go through the pipes underneath. You now need to exit out through the way that you've just opened up. So on the left hand, or the top left hand side, you want to go past it. And as you come out, we want to make our way around. And you're going to see a drifter stuck in this location. Clear out the sludgy stuff by shining your light on it, and then that drifter will gain confidence in you and join you. And then we want to keep making do of our last party. So make your way around and then go out through the vine. And then as you come out through the vine, we want to shine our light on that eye. And that's going to cause that. Once you've done that, you want to turn around from here, and we're going to make our way into the foreground a little bit. So that's also going to set the orb free that we need. So spin the boat about, keep coming forward, and you'll see that this is then stuck. We can send a drifter in underneath this to repair the pipeline. Once it's done, you want to keep following the bead through the pipe, and you'll notice that it's probably going to get stuck again. So once again, we need to call in the help of the drifters. Luckily, there is one just to the left of the blockage, and he is just in the cave. Shine your light on him, and that will bring him over. And then we're going to go back to the blockage and use the drifter on the blockage. Zip on over, so make a jump over the top of this. That's going to launch you through. And as you come to the other side, there is going to be that ball still moving through. That is going to turn on the machine, and you want that to hit the higher up light, the higher up weak spot, and then you want to grab the weak spot that's in front of you. So both of you shine your lights, and that should crack that one open. Now that's done, we want to make our way over to the bigger barnacle. So you want to punch through the pinky little things ahead with your light. Now we need to keep going, so we want to make our way around, and we're going to go and follow the path. And there's going to be this bit where there's a crab that is blocking your way, so turn on the see an enemy to the right, on the other side of the bridge, and he's going to reveal a zit that you can scan. So let the fella move, scan the button, ding, and that is going to open things up for you. It's also going to open up some more yellow spots that we need to shine a light on, so that's going to increase the capability there and move things forward. So pop away. Yep, so going to pop the zits on the other side of the branch. And then pop the eye open too. Okay, so we are going to go find our next collectible. So we want to make our way through this area. And on the left hand side we're going to see another one of those energy balls. Start to make your way over it, and you'll realize that when Twigs goes to get it, you are on top of the crab. Pop, that will come up. We're going to bait the crab with the sea anemones across the thing. So light up the plants, and that is going to trick the crab into following you. Go underneath the, you want to light up the bait on the other side of the bridge to bring the crab over. Go underneath the bridge yourself, and then the crab will be available for pickup at the dock section. So make your way around, dock up, and then grab yourself a crab. Once the crab is back on board, you want to make your way around the island, go around it, and then you want to come towards the screen. And so as you come down, we're going to make our way over to the left as well at the same time. So you can't break through any of these things because the crab's head is just a little bit too large. So dock up, and then we want the crab to do some walking. So we're going to light up some of the sea and enemies along the way. So starting with the one to its right, that is going to bring it towards the bridge. And then light up the sea and enemy on the other side of the bridge. Now go underneath the bridge and make your way around to the pink bay, and you want to shine your light on the little orange clump to bring the crab even further down. Dock up and grab yourself a crab. Okay, so once that gentleman is mounted, we will then want to go underneath the highest part of copper tubing. Make your way around, and we're going to drop off the crab at the bay just here. But before we do anything more with the crab, we're going to grab collectible number 10. And to do that, you want to zip through the little gap just at the north here, underneath the pink little shield, I would say. But as you come in, you want to shine a light on the bulb at the back. That is collectible number 10 out of 12. We're nearly done. Okay, time to exit the cave. And as we come out, we're gonna grab, I'll go back towards the crab. So making your way around and squeeze through. Shine your light on other sea and enemies. So the other sea and enemy, if you can get it from the angle being right. Move on down to the next island and scan the next set of plants. And that is going to cause the orb to get robbed off the top of the crab and trigger a cutscene. Okay, so we now need to follow the ball, and then we're going to shine our lights on the weak points of the vine. Now I got a little bit excited here, but actually if you come back, there's a tunnel that we can go through inside the vine. You don't have to come directly into the area I'm in right now, but so I'm having to backtrack a little bit, but the vine that we've just broken, you can enter it. So as you come through, you will see it will put you inside of like this little kind of city area. So once you make it out, we're going to do some cleaning up in here. So make your way in, and we're going to be popping as many of the yellow zits as possible. There'll be 2 on the right hand side that you need to address, so on these kind of weird looking houses. So you want to pop those down. Okay, and then we make our way around to the left wall, and you will see that this is a wall that will disappear when you shine bright lights on it. And then you need to pop all of these zits that are behind this wall. So keep shining the lights until they're all gone. And once you have dealt with all of those pops, you'll see that there's actually one directly beneath you in this kind of well-like thing. So point your light down onto it. That will then remove that. and then there's one on the side of the weird kind of diving bell looking thing. And then if you come across it and you look down, you'll be able to see another one, well, another thing below. So send Twigs down to go get it. So he will bring that up and pull it out, and they will place that onto the boat with you. That being said, we can now exit this area, and the game is going to throw some pink stuff at you to stop you from leaving, but push through and use the ramp to escape. And then as we come forward to this section, you can use twigs to place the light up in the little socket just at the top there, and that eye will follow you. And you'll need to clean out the creature, also get the creature set free from the sludge just nearby. Creature is free. Look to the upright of the vine. You can see an opportunity for Twigs to pull on this. Pull it, and that is going to bring the other armor shell to life. And then all three of you need to send a message to the branch. So scan it all, and then make your way out of this area and back towards the beach. And if everything's gone to plan, we should really be upsetting Barnacle Boy at this moment in time. Now what you want to do is getting close to this guy, and we're going to give him a couple of shots. So just move to a good position and you will be able to try and take him down. So swim him up, shine your light on his red bits, and that should then trigger a cutscene. So the next part is you tracing the crusty thing down the river that we've just seen. So you don't have to do anything special here. It always plays out the same way. Just dodge the stuff if you want to. But just keep chasing this weird brain on feet. Okay, so now that everything else is trashed and you've become a Blade, it's time for your moment to shine. So we need to navigate this area. You're much more quicker than you were before, but this time around, not being a lighthouse kind of contributes to that. We just need to get to the other side and get to this door here. So there are 3 jumps in this room that you need to take. So the first one is just on the right hand side there, as you can see from the get-go. So when you're in control, and apologies for the cut here, I did get a little bit lost. So for you to do jumps, you need to hold A to get a good boost and you'll launch yourself over. But you'll notice that there are these plants that are blocking the way. We will need to smash them, so you just need to boost into it if it's a single red dot and it will break it. Once you've done that, you want to then start making your way through more of these vines by crashing into them and keep jumping over, and then look to your next left and jump over again. So okay, so once we're in here, what we need to do is just bump into the purple stuff apparently, but it will trigger the cutscene. You get these little geezers that will crop up over the place. They're going to give you a charge of fire. So when you go through one of them, you'll see a little dot flying above your head. This is a charge of fire. And it makes you strong enough to cut through bigger objects. So this one, you're just going to take that big vine out, and then we're going to go across into the next room. And unfortunately, timing-wise, I didn't actually make it. So what we need to do is go back towards the center, go through the middle door, and when you make your way to the back, there are some options to destroy. So chop through the branch on the right hand side, and that is going to open up the doorway so we can transfer the fire from the geyser. Now if you move the fire from the geyser from one to the other, it automatically sets it on fire. Then we can use the geyser to also break up the the other side. And we're going to come through this area and we're going to use those geysers to light up and crack the other side. So make your way through, light up the geysers, and then kind of crash into it, and you'll cut through it, and then we'll keep moving. So follow the pathway again. Come through the tunnel. We are at the end. You want to go to the right, you'll find one of the lit geysers just here, and we want to transfer that fire down to the other geysers. Now you'll notice that at the minute when you've got one flame but you pass through multiple of these geysers, you'll end up with 3 to 4 flames. That means you're even more stronger and you can cut bigger objects in the area. And now we get our next collectible. So we want to make our way through that freshly opened up door, and we are going to go after it. So make your way at the door, make your way forward. You want to bounce over to the right, or not, but you want to make your way around to the right, set the geyser on fire. Unfortunately in this case it didn't get done in time, so it goes out. So go back to the geyser, grab the fire, and then you want to make your way towards the last location, and then we want to set fire to these geysers that are spouting out of the ground. Bounce up, come towards the background, and you're going to find that on the left hand side, if you break through the wood and stuff, you'll be able to scratch whatever this is, and you'll bag yourself another achievement. Now from here we want to come back towards the screen, and we are gonna move forward, so following that path, staying on the left, and you'll see the little green blob in the distance. You want to make your way towards that, and that's going to bounce you over the gap. Keep these geysers lit, right, and then keep making your way forward, bouncing your way up, lighting these things as you go. And as you come here, you want to jump across to the other side, and then hit the vine as you come down. That vine's going to reveal a new tunnel. You want to race to the end of it. So once you reach this big dip, you'll notice it's a bit difficult to get out. So if you hold A as you go up the wall, that will give you enough momentum to climb out. Make your way through the gap, and we're going to have to go and find some more geyser fires. So, and we can do this in any order, doesn't matter. It could be left or right first, it's entirely up to you. I just go with the left by default automatically. So make your way across the left hand side, and then you want to zip up the wall. As you come here, you want to make your way to the left, and you're going to find this little rollerball course. And that rollerball course is going to take you all the way down to some behind the scenes area. You want to keep making your way to the right, flip on up, make your way to the left, and you want to jump up, bash the vine, and then come back down, jump up again and bash the next vine. And you want to keep following the path until you hit the geysers, and you then crunch the vine at the end. This will then give you enough to turn on one of the geysers, and you should be able to turn on the bottom one at the same time, but we need one more to get fully charged for this vine set. So come up, and then you want to make your way on the right hand side, and then you want to go up the wall, and you want to enter the gap. Make your way around the bowl, and then on the left hand side you're going to find a geyser that we're going to utilize. Take that one, and we're going to use it to light up the other geysers in the corridor. It's coming through, 1, 2, and then you want to hit the vine at the end. That's going to make the third and final geyser available in the next room, which will give you enough power to take out the door at the back. So go through all of those 3, and that's going to charge you up nicely. And then once you're charged, you want to hit the vine, and that is going to break and give way, and it's going to open up the doorway for the next part. So as you come through this segment, you want to just hop into the little green bits, and you're going to get flown around all over the place. So hop into the green pipes and pop on out. And now we're going to make our way into this room just here, which I believe is one of the next biggest puzzles for this area. So make your way down. So once that bulb is open, you're going to have a new mechanic here where you go up to these open bulbs, and you can become part of the plant. And then you'll be able to shine your light on the plant's weak points. So the purple points over there, shine your light on it, and it will get rid of the plant altogether. Continue through the pipe line. Okay, so in this big racetrack puzzle section, we're going to break it up chunk by chunk. First of all, we start off by going to the right. And as you come over here, you'll see there is a dot. Just bop into it, and that's going to remove it. Make your way down, and as you come down this hill here, you're going to see a orange zit in front of you. You're going to crash into it, so that will trigger, and that's going to keep opening up some doors for us to keep us progressing. Okay, once you're back to being a Beyblade, you want to make your way across the bridge, and as you come across this bridge, you want to stick on the right hand side. So as you come through here, you want to make your way up. As you come up to this section, you're going to find a little bouncy bit here, and you're going to jump on over. and we're going to need to break things up a little bit, so bust the thing on the right hand side. You're not strong enough to take down the vine, unfortunately, but you can hop into the plant and then you can zap the vine and also turn the geyser on. So just zap them and then clear them out. Okay, so now that that's done, we want to break away from this and we want to head on through the geyser. And I don't know why I'm getting back into the plant, but break out and you want to be part of the geyser, and you want to roll down the hill and light up the geysers as you're going, and then crash into the vine at the end. Now you've done that, you want to hit the red zit, and that's going to cause that to pop and go down to the end and start damaging the door. Make your way along the right hand path as much as you like. And then when you reach the end, you want to clear the pipe just so that we can use the green pipe back later if we need to. But for this moment in time, it's not necessary. So we want to come back towards the forescreen, and we're going to take a different path. We're going to go on the left-hand path for this roller coaster thing. Follow it all the way through until you reach this part here. So here, jump in, destroy the vine that is blocking the way. And then you want to make your way up the hill. You need to be on fire when you do that, I forgot to mention. So make your way up the hill, triggering the geysers along the way. And then once you're at the top, you'll want to use those to punch through a hole in the wall just here. Okay, and now we want to start following the path. So make your way back up. The two red zits that you want to pop here along the way, so just zap them. And we're going to backtrack to the area that we were just in. Section, we want to grab the geyser pieces because it scares the bugs off. So you want to flip on through them. And then make your way into that area, and we're going to start getting rid of these bugs. So drive in, and you want to head to the left hand side of the screen where these vine creatures are, and you want to actually shine your light on the creatures, and that should cause some of them to move on from the picture. So you want to start zapping the weak points. Once that's done, there is another part just over on the other side, so we want to hop into that one, and we want to shine our light onto the other big chunky purple piece. So once that's done, we're going to start using these pipes. Go into the green one on the floor. Go to the green on the right. That's going to take you up. Go past the green light just here and bounce over into the green light. Zap this little zit thing. And then come at the little bubble with speed. So the little jump pad with speed. So you go over the top and go up into the highest green portal. Bounce over the next gap. Ride down the hill and jump into the big green portal. That's going to take you to the other side, and you want to come forward to the foreground, and you want to take out the vine that is just here. Okay, and now that that's done, you want to make your way forward to the plant socket, hop in the plant socket, and you want to then zap out the weed that is just nearby. Okay, and then we want to make our way over the ramp, down through the green pipe, or up in this case, and then down the ramp on the other side. Jump on over. I have a bit of a bad time here and actually somehow fall down a hole. Okay, so we've jumped back over, or back up to the top, and we want to then zap the red zit that's nearby. That's going to take that out, and then we want to use the plant that is, sorry, the geyser that's just here in the corner. That's going to charge us up to take out the big purple plant that's just on the side here. So I have a bit of a hard time with the controls for some reason, but yeah, grab the geyser, power up, and then just hit the plant creature and it should die off. Now if we've had a good time, this should have triggered the opening of the door that is at the far side of the map, so that should now open on up. We want to make our way over to the far back of that room and make our way through that door. So continue down, follow the path with speed, and then enter the door at the other end. Okay, we're now in this next section and we are going to continue through and forward, and as we come through this particular bit we are going to be in quite an open area. We want to go for the zit that is on the right hand side first of all, so I pause here for just 2 seconds to look at my notes, but hit the zit on the right, that should open things up. And then we want to continue up the pathway, and as we come around to here there is a place to dock up as a plant and destroy the vine that is nearby. And we're getting close to our final collectible of the game. So once you've done that, you're going to move forward and crush the other red bug that is just here. Then from here we want to roll down the hill, and just on the right hand side, which is quite hidden out of sight, you'll see this little ramp with a jump at the top of it. Go up that ramp and jump on through, and that is going to be the final collectible of the game. To get this one you just need to run around the edge of the room. That's going to crack it open and we will pick up the last collectible achievement in the process. Okay, now that's done, we want to zip on out of the pipe, and we are going to make our way down, and we're going to keep going forward. We'll be able to bump over this little thing just here, and there is a geyser just beside it. Use the geyser and then crash into the plant. Once you've done that, there is another red bump to pop on the other side. Feel free to do so. And as that's done, you will want to follow the pathway across. So just keep going around and round and around in this case, and you will take out all of the required vines in the process. Once that's done, you want to roll down into the bowl and take the one long hippie drip ride. As you're going through the pipe and you're going to make your way to the end, now there is some high walled areas. We need to ride up the wall and hit the red bumps and to close them out. And that's going to open up even more of a hole in the floor to allow us to continue our trippy journey downwards. So if it's all gone to plan, you should now be up against the boss of the game. And this guy is relatively easy. Reminds me of one of those creatures with razors in their head in Dark Souls. He's not hard to kill. He doesn't really attack back. He does have an attack, but doesn't do any damage. You can't die. So this is nice, cozy gaming, let's just say in that sense. So we're going to kick this off by going to the right, and we want to make our way around, and we're going to bump into the thing on the edge, and that's going to trigger an explosion along one of the vines. Keep going to the left and you're going to be now able to access the plant. Go into the plant and you want to hit the tendril that is leaning on the pathway. Once you've done that, you want to exit out and go to the left and bounce over the gap, and you're going to go up. You're going to go to the left and you're going to go to the right, and you'll notice we are missing some kind of fire, so we need to go back to the left, and you'll find the geyser is now online. You want to keep making your way to the right, and that geyser will keep triggering as you're going forward. That'll push you through some of the next barriers. Keep jumping and floating away. And as you come up to the top, you're going to be now in a bit more closer combat with the boss creature. Follow it around, and Twigs and family is going to appear, and they're going to come in and give you a bit of a hand. So they're going to set up the beam plants for you by attacking the pods. And then we need to use those beam pods to take out the 3 legs that we've got dotted around. So when you're in your first plant, zap it, and it's going to take one of the one of the tendrils away. Once you've done that, make your way to the left, and then you're going to find your next plant, and you want to do the same again. Rinse and repeat till the 3 legs have all gone altogether. Okay, now you've been brought to safety, so you want to start making your way up the hill, and we're going to start getting pieces of your body back. So as you come up here, you're going to just encounter the original lighthouse kind of top, parts of the boat, and some additional pieces along the way. I'm actually not going to narrate this part because this part is just walking in a straight line, and you are just carrying on to the end of the game. So keep following the on-screen prompts, and you just literally need to walk to the end of the game, and then I'll regroup with you just before for the final puzzle. Okay, now that we're done with the bird sanctuary, we want to keep on pushing forward and using your dragon abilities, but we're going to make our way up to the mountain eye. Again, you just need to keep walking until you arrive. So hop on in and track it down. And once you reach the eye, you're going to kind of get pulled in a little bit to make some adjustments to it. And we need to move some of its crystals around and put them inside its pupil, which is, yeah, pretty kind of sadistic. But to do that, your beam will be active, so your light beam will be active again, and you just point it over the top of the crystals. That will cause the crystal to crack, and then you want to just pull that down directly into the little gap in the back of the eye, and that is going to trigger. And then you just need to keep doing this, repeat it until it's done. There's several chunks that need to be moved, but yeah, just keep going, and it takes 3 turns of doing this and the puzzle is done. That's also then going to conclude the game. So I've been Drastic here from the Achievement Squad. If you find this guide useful, drop us a like, comment, subscribe, and happy hunting.